So who referred you to us? Well, that's great. But we're Momentum Solar. We've been in the solar business for over a decade and are one of the oldest companies in the country, founded as a residential solar company. We have successfully installed tens of thousands of happy customers with solar, and we are one of only three companies with a customer base that large that can sell themselves as an actual solar company. Our goal as a company is simple. We strive to make your transition to a cheaper, cleaner power as seamless as possible by providing you with our white glove service. We have a 100% customer satisfaction rating post installation verified by our financial partners. A testament to our satisfaction is our Better Business Bureau rating. Our reviews and online reputation important to you? Show the Better Business Bureau picture. Great. Momentum is an A plus rated with the Better Business Bureau. Now, everyone knows when you do anything 25, 30,000 times, obviously you're going to make mistakes, right? Of course. But we're not trying to be perfect, no one is. We simply stand behind our word, and no matter what, when an issue arises, we fix it, no questions. One of our guiding principles in this is that we strive for fantastic customer experience. We do this by not subcontracting our work. Do you know why most companies subcontract? Of course they do, to save money. It allows them to save money, but they forego quality control for increased profits. Are you familiar with subcontracting and how that process works? Yeah, most people have had an experience, where they've hired somebody maybe for roofing, remodeling, get the subcontractor in, and then you start having issues. Most people have either had a personal experience or had a experience that they'd soon rather forget. Have you ever had someone in your home that's done that, subcontracted work? You see, basically, the inherent problem with subcontracting crews is that they get paid by the job, so the faster they work, the more money they make. And this leads to shoddy workmanship. But with actual W 2 employees like we have at Momentum, they want working to keep their job, even move up in the company. So they're looking out for their future, kind of like you. Which one of these two scenarios do you think leads to better workmanship? Definitely company employees all the time. Another difference we have is with training. That's kind of shocking, but on the job training is a standard practice with every installation company, whether it be solar or the construction business. There are hardly any vocational schools that teach on the roof skills needed for solar installers and even roofers. Can you imagine having a crew show up on install day and you don't even know who the new guy is? As I mentioned, Momentum handpicks and trains its installers, and they are employees of the company. Before they ever get on a homeowner's roof, see that guy there in the blue shirt with his hands on his hips? He's making sure it gets done right. They take it down and do it over and over and over again until they are certified. They leave their mistakes right there on that fake roof, and there's no new guy working on your home. Better, right? Knowing what you know now, would you allow a company that subcontracts their work to do work on your home? Absolutely. Nobody else would either. Another thing that sets Momentum apart is our client service department. If you qualify for solar, your project will have a dedicated rep to answer any questions you may have as we make it through the various permitting and design stages and our Momentum app on your phone to track the progress. So we have an app that will walk you through each step as we do it, so you don't have to worry about where your project's at, what's happening, do I need to call them. It's going to have deadlines, dates, details for all that. After your system is installed and operating, our customer service department will answer the phone 7 days a week at almost all hours of the day. Would you allow for anything less with your solar project? Of course not. Ms. Jones, earlier you mentioned online presence, reviews, and things like that are important to you. That's exactly how I found Momentum. I was looking at the different solar companies that I could potentially work for because I love the industry. And I was looking at what these companies do. I love the fact that, an industry like this, its growth is predicated on saving you money. I began to do research on solar companies where I could build a career. It's a well known fact that organizations that last have one thing in common: great leadership. That's what I needed to find in my career. For me, public companies are out because their mission is to achieve shareholder happiness, so Momentum was naturally the most logical choice. It had the scale of a national company, but was being guided by a different mission. For me, the next logical step was to see who the leadership was. What I learned online made this easy. You see, Momentum CEO Arthur Saritsidis was recognized for exactly that by a third party company, Forbes magazine. Are you familiar with Forbes? Well, in 2017, the Forbes article, he was recognized by Forbes magazine as one of the top 30 executives under the age of 30 in the entire energy sector. Literally, he's known as one of the best business minds in the whole energy world. He later won Ernst & Young's Entrepreneur of the Year award and for his innovative approach to solar solutions for residential customers. It's literally harder to get that than it is to get into Harvard. Speaking of Harvard, our chief financial officer, Sung Lee, actually went to the Harvard Business School. Prior to that, he went to West Point Military Academy. He spent 10 years in the Army, earned that Harvard MBA, and then spent 10 years on Wall Street with Morgan Stanley, specifically in the renewable energy sector. Then in 2017, he came to Momentum Solar. He's built a lot of efficiencies into our company that allow us to offer the best value and highest quality to our customers. That attention to detail and demand for excellence that he learned at West Point and Harvard is felt throughout our entire organization. Not only is he the CFO, but he personally oversees the operations of Momentum, so he's positioned where it benefits our customers the most. I mean, who better than a West Point and Harvard educated perfectionist to ensure what we deliver? Who better? With that pedigree, Sung could actually work for Amazon, Apple, Google, just about anywhere. So I love the fact that he's one of our three owners and he's not going anywhere. Does that sound like a leadership team you can depend on? Amazing, right? When you think about natural selection in the business world, companies have it figured out or easy to spot. Customers flock to them in droves and they show up as widely accepted national brands. Walmart replaced small retail because they offered more selections at great prices and all in one place. Look at Chick-fil-A and KFC. I mean, Chick-fil-A brought a renewed focus on consistent experience, better quality food, and a service-oriented experience to its customers' base. Now where Chick-fil-A's were only in malls, they've grown to standalone stores, showing up everywhere with lines out the door, while the Colonel, unfortunately, is eating alone. Another easy one to spot is Amazon. They're basically everywhere. They have focused on a retail delivery experience that is consistent and unparalleled. In all three examples, their growth would not occur if people didn't choose them over and over again. It's kind of like there's an invisible hand pushing some companies forward and pulling some companies back. In the solar industry, that's Momentum. Our business model is simple. Provide a custom solution for homeowners day in, day out that will maximize the environmental benefits and provide long-term price protection and savings. Ultimately, you will be the judge of that, but public opinion year over year has been proven right. We are an Inc. 500 and Deloitte 500 as the fastest growing companies, competing with all industries for 3 years running at scale. As a matter of fact, we are only one of 13 companies in the history to ever make the list that many times. Show the list on the ranking. If Momentum wasn't living up to the promises we made, would this growth be possible? Absolutely not.